had because we lost it, right? And then I found one of these somewhere in my junk drawer. Oh. Test this one out. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, it's not bad. Kind of. Good, beautiful morning. Back in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Lawson Ice Arena for the final game of the season for your 13-0 Colorado Rampage versus the Madison Capitals. The third and last game of the Western Michigan University Showcase. Got Hudson Lay out there with Bastine and Mendy. Caps got possession. They're going to come down on the low board side, come in onside. High side guy was a little close, but the boys steal it. Here goes Hudson Lay. 2-on-2 the other way. Huddy Lay dumps it into the corner. He's got Bastine with him. Hudson battling. Puck still in there. Mendy goes in. Boys go low to high. Sherman's there. He goes back down low. Puck behind the net. Madison's going to further it along, but Cooper Briggs is there. He's going to pepper it the other way. Finds Bastine. Bastine's going to dump it into behind the boards. Mendy goes back there. Number 10, battling with 2. Huddy comes in, has possession. Inside house. Outside high side house. Shot goes through. Bastine needs a hit. Madison goes all the way around. Hudson's going to activate. They find their outlet guy. Tries to find their lead person. Goes too far. Boys are going to go for 2-player change here. Conrad's out. Dottie's out. Sherm has it. Tries to find Dottie and does. Number 21. Ooh. Gets stood up at the blue line. Saw it and absorbed it. Madison, though, forced to regroup back to their own D. Hostler's now out there. Player sends it out in desperation. Team loses it. Puck goes on the high side boards here. Loose puck bouncing around neutral zone. Team Red grabs it coming in. Player's on his backhand, tries to flip it in front. Nothing's there. It goes low to high. High side G. Shot from the point. Tipped in front. Shot. Score Madison. (14:21) first period. Madison finds the back of the net. We're going to have second line out there. Catcher Conrad. Dottie's down low. Haas is up high. Same forwards are out there. Defense is Nikki and Christie. Refs talking it through with the off-ice official. Whoa. Drop the puck. Boys maintain possession. Madison comes away, and we take it right back. Catcher tries to get it over to Haas. Haas has it, slips it by a player. He holds up, cycles on the high side blue, pushes off of Kid 2. He accidentally come out, so boys have to regroup. Gives it back over to Christie. Christie over to Nikki. Nikki over to Dottie. He's going to kick it through. Goes deep, and that's going to be an ice. With 13:53 remaining in the first period, Tom. 13:53. We got a fan of catchers out there. Grandpa Tom wants to see the scoreboard a little bit more. Luckily today, we should have a great view of it. But third line's out there, though. We got Jakey and Markey. Jakey gets it through the middle. Tries to find Huddy on that exit. Markey gets just picked off in the middle there. But look, here we go. 2-on-2, 3-on-2, going the other way. Hudson's in, tries to split 2. Madison just grabs it out of desperation and gets it out. 13:29 in the first period. We're going to have a face-off in the offensive zone. We're going to have new wingers out there. Hudson's going to stay. Bastine and Mendy come in. Briggsy's in center field. Sherm's in the top corner. Won by Huddy, but goes into the corner and does sneak out. Coop has it. Delayed offside. Dumps it deep. Boys touch up, and they go to work. They go backside. Loose puck here in the corner. Huddy's going to be first there to just dump it back in. Finds Bastine behind the net. He still has it. He's on his backhand. Goes low to high. Shot from the point. Sherm hits a body in front. Comes Madison the other way. Nice gap closure. Madison regains it, but then they just dump it deep. Coop's back there. He's going to sling it all the way around. Bastine avoids a hit, gets it out. Huddy's out. Catcher's in. Puck goes behind the net. Tries to slip it through the middle, but finds a bunch of boys in blue. Madison, though, comes away with it. Tries to come through into Rampage territory. Oh, shot hits off the post. The high side boards there. Catcher has possession. He's going to chip it over to Coop. Coop's going to get it out. No ice. Hostler is out. Bastine is out. Hostler is in. Mendy switches for Doughty. We got Cristiano's out there as well. Boys battling. Puck goes into Rampage territory. Nicky's on the hip. Madison tries to slip it through, finds the far backside guy, tries to find another player in the back door. They slip it down. Madison still has it below the goal line. They walk on the high side board, cycle it back behind the net. Cristiano's going to go and get it. Slings it around, finds a capital. Instead, Dottie's down there battling his in the corner. They try to find it through the middle, through some sticks all the way to the other side. Madison shoots, saves, Shieldsy. Boys grab it and just chunk it deep. 11:25 remaining now in the first period. Madison maintains possession. They just chip it up the boards, tries to find somebody, but turns it over to Huddy. But boys are offside, so he has to hold. Boys are now onside. They go in. Hostler's out there with Markey. Huddy has it, chips it down low. Gets over to Huddy. Huddy has it. Hudson Lay comes in. Shot. Goalie squeezes it on his blocker side body. 11 minutes flat remaining in the first period. Haas is out. Lou is in. Lou's going to be alongside the boards. Markey in front of the net. We got the DOD on defense. Coop in the corner and Sherm in center field. Puck goes back to Coop. He's going to just dump it down deep below the goal line. Goes behind the net. Oh, goes all the way over to the high side now. Madison tries to find an outlet player. Oh, Sherm takes care of his guy. Coach Joe would be proud of that. Coach Joe and Pat, actually, with the checking clinics, would be proud of that move. Puck goes all the way into the bat. Jacob, with the back check, forces the player through the... puck, though, stays on that side. Coops takes his guy. I think we're going to have a delayed penalty here. Looking for cross-checking. Cooper Briggs. It's a little bit of... It's tough for the refs sometimes. And more credit to them at this AAA level, because every kid's going so fast. Every kid is really big. I've been told that, you try to not take into account skill. And sometimes, in that case, it looked like the kid might have just lost an edge, but the refs just calling how they see it. Rampage is on the penalty kill, 129 on the board. Boys win the draw, slap it around, and Giz does get out. Mr. Dotson's going to, it's Mr. Bastine. Oh, my God, both lefties here throwing me off. But boys maintain possession. Hudson Lay has it. He's got Bastine with him. He's just going to eat some time. Dump it deep. Ooh, scary puck rolling in. Bastine takes a peek, and the ref blows the whistle at 10:03 in the first period. Hudson wins the draw back to Nicky. Puck squirts and moves on him. He's going to chip it up the boards, but here comes a trailer. Madison is 3-on-3 coming into the zone. Goes behind the net. Maintains possession, though. Finds Bastine instead. Bastine tries to chip it up the boards. Madison keeps it in. They have it down below the goal line still with the ref. Cristiano's hawking him. Goes to the other side. Nicky's going to activate. They go high. Player loses an edge. Goes back down low. Holds it. Goes back up to their high D. Shot from the point, contested. Rainbow over everybody. Back behind the net. Cristiano's now behind there, peppering him. Nicky watches on as Madison slows it down, finds a player in the honey hole. Shot off the post. I think Shieldsy was blocked there. Puck comes in. Madison tries to find a back door. Walks it in on Shieldsy. Makes a big save. Ref loses sight of the puck and blows the whistle. 9:13 in the first period. We're going to have a defensive draw here over to Shields' left. This is glove side. Got catcher in there. You got Mendy as a wing in front and Markey on defense with Sherm along the board. Puck on the high side here. Madison comes away with it. Tries to slip it in front. Dangerous opportunities, but opportunity for the boys. Catcher comes in. Oh, tries to find Markey on the backside. Slips it in front. Loose puck still there. As players bounce into one another. Madison comes away with it. They try to transition quickly. Cooper Briggs is out of the box. 5-on-5 hockey resumes. Madison's just going to dump it into the corner. Boys going to pin him into the corner. Sherman in there being physical. Markey has it. Gets it up over to Mendy. Mendy tries to find Coop. Gets intercepted at the blue, but finds Coop instead. Opportunity favors the hard-working shot from the high blue. Madison goalie squeezes it at 8:27 remaining in the first period. Offensive draw here. Dottie and Hostler are the wings. Huddy Lay is going to be your center, and the Rockstar line, Cristiano and Nicky are going to be at the blue. Boys win the draw back to Nicky. Nicky's going to take a shot. Walt makes it through. Goalie makes the save. Puck down low. Madison tries to slip it up the boards. Whoop, it's actually back behind the net. Puck comes over to Christie. Christie's going to dump it over to Haas. Haas has it. Pins his guy. Loose puck finds Madison. They try to get it out, but not. Boys keep it in. Dottie over to Haas. Puck, though, finds a player in red. They come through on the low side boards. Try to get around Nicky and can't. A bunch of boys fall on the floor. We're going to have a delayed penalty here. Oh, a couple of retaliation for Madison. But I think they're only going to just grab one. Haas is going to go to the box for roughing here at 7:51 in the first period. Huddy's in there. In front of the net's going to be Dodson. Cristiano's down low. Nicky's in the sixth spot, or at least in the corner. You have a Madison defender that's high and wide. Like very high, very wide. Almost all the way on the other side. Boys maintain possession. Chips it up the boards. Madison's defender forced to step. Goes back behind the net. They can't get around Christie. Forced to double. They go high side boards. Dottie's on his hip. Dottie's battling in there with the largest defender out there. Madison, though, they try to go down. They go cross ice to their low D. Shot just a bit outside as the puck swings to the high side. Dottie's going to try to push his kid. Puck's still there. Christie's going to come in and say, I'll just take that. Gives it to Huddy. Huddy's going to chip it off the board and go to work. They change defense. Christie is out. The Coop is in. Madison tries to find a home run pass. The boys, though, disrupt in the neutral zone. Dodson grabs it. Boys try to do a quick change. We have 5 out there. Oh, and we hop back out. Good. Mendy's back in. Catcher's back in. Puck is down low. Madison has it. Tries to slip it through the middle. Here goes Jack. Jack has an opportunity. Foot race, but Madison grabs there first. Boys, puck slips out and back in. So the boys touch up for the offsides. .21 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Got Mendy in there with Bastine. Bastine's going to be the forechecker. Mendy covering center ice here. Goes through the middle. Madison tries to regroup on the high side, but the boys steal it. And, Madison barely keeps it in. Shot from the high point. Shieldsy sees it the entire way. Grabs it with 5 seconds remaining on the PK. 6:26 remaining in the first period. Madison wins the draw. Shot from the point. Saves Shieldsy. Goes into low side boards. Madison cycles down low behind the net. tries to find a person in the honey hole. Shot through the crease goes wide. Madison regroups. They try to go down low. Boys come in, hits, be physical here. Tries to get the puck out, and boys do have it. Huddy tries to go outside, inside. The Bastine comes in and cleans it up, gets it back. Markey's out there with them. Shot, save, kick by the goalie. Markey now has it on the bottom side. Markey and Huddy battling in the corner here. Jake Liu comes out as well. Rockstar line back on D. Number 48 comes in, loses an edge, but Nicky has it, chips it up the boards. A little tic-tac-toe back and forth here, but loose puck finds Rampage. Huddy has it, gets it over to Nicky. Nicky back over to Christie. Christie up the boards over to Markey. Loose puck still bouncing around. Madison's going to chip it on the high side boards here. Player loses an edge. Austin Marquardt has it. Chips up the boards. Madison comes away with it. Tries to go somewhere, but can't get around Christie and Nicky. They got it. They flip it. Bouncing puck is kept in. Boys try to chip it up over to Markey. Markey looks for Huddy. Back to Markey. Loose puck in the middle. Jake finds Hudson Lay. Hudson, long in the shift. Opportunities there, but Madison comes away with it. Turns it right over to Dottie. Dottie dumps it back in. Madison tries to regroup behind their own net. Number 29 turns on the Jets to catch him. Stick ticks in there, contested. It goes all the way down in the net, behind the goal line. Cristiano grabs it, throws it up. Misplay at the high boards there. Gives opportunity to Dottie. He's got Hostler with him. He's got Catcher with him. Tries to find Hostler in the middle. Bouncing puck. Madison comes away with it. Great opportunity for the boys in blue and white. Madison comes in. High side shot wide. Puck battling around the blue. Opportunity for Catcher. 2-on-3. Trying to come the other way. He's long in his shift. Boys are going for a change. He's going to dump it deep. Haas is in there. Cooper's in there. Mendy is at the house slot. Cooper battling deep low over to Catcher and covering. Madison steals it though. Boys are back checking hard. 2-on-3 coming the other way. Sherman's back there. Mendy's back there. Puck goes behind the net. Cooper Briggs checks his 6, flips it up the boards. Haas and Mendy both get it out. Quick change for Catcher as Huddy comes back out there. Madison, though, they just swing it all the way down through a bunch of bodies for an icing. At 3:38 in the first period, boys are down by 1, but knocking on the door. Offensive draw here. You have Bastine and Mendy as your forwards. Hudson Lay as your center. He's talking it over with Coop and Sherm here. Figuring things out. Hudson steps in. He's been winning some good number of draws so far. Has possession for another one. Goes through the middle. Sherm keeps it in over to Bastine. Bastine chips it down the boards. Puck in the corner. Bastine's going to hustle, get to it, pushes it over to Huddy. Huddy tries to slip it in front. Loose puck still there. Madison, though, comes away with it, tries to slip it up. Cooper Briggs shot from the point. Madison grabs it, quickly drops it at 3:38 for the quick change. Can't get by Cooper Briggs. He still has it at the point. Slips it through the middle. Tries to find Bastine. Bunch of players in red hit each other. Finds another player in a fortuitous bounce. Madison comes in onside. Shot goes up and over wide. Madison regroups on the high boards here. Boys try to get it out. Madison keeps it in. Shot grazes the top of the crossbar. Still there. Boys come in battling. Pushing around, goes on the high boards. Bastine tries to chip it over to Huddy. Puck goes all the way back down into the corner. Briggsy checks his 6 and bumps his kid like it ain't no thing. Puck does not have eyes. Still remains in. Oh, Rampage comes in, clears up. That's Sherman. Finally, the puck gets out at 2:45. Huddy Lay Hawken forechecking as the F1, forcing Madison to regroup in their own zone. Jake comes out, surfs, forces the pass. Madison comes in onside. Way wide shot from deep in left field. Madison regroups on the far side, tries to find the back door, but can't. Jake now battling, takes his kid out. He gets hit himself. Sherman's in there. Madison shot from the point. Still goes nowhere. Another rainbow shot. Goes on the high boards here. Puck down low behind the net. Capitals trying to do something. The high shot from the point. Kick save by our boys goes on the high side. Madison delayed offsides, and they're forced to tag up. Boys grab it, slips it all the way around. Oh, Jacob tries to find catcher on the release. Puck through the neutral, or through the house here dangerously. Boys maintain possession. Oh, find Markey. And puck goes all the way out. No icing, ref says. 138. Boys go for a quick change. Dottie in the forecheck. Madison tries to find the home run pass just off the stick. Christie's out there. He's going to sling it around. Boys get it right back on the high side. I think Hudson and Dottie now battling on the high boards. Madison tries to slip it in the middle. Goes to Nicky instead. Puck bouncing around. Loose puck finds Nicky. He's going to chip it up the boards. Got Huddy. Huddy's going to further it along. Here's a foot race. 1:05 remaining. No ice. No ice as Haas is back first. He's got Dottie in front. Haas holds up. Still has it along the boards. Tries to slip it up. Madison does get it out. 1-on-2 the other way. Can't get around Christie. Tries to throw in the middle. They were going for a change. Nobody but Blue there. Haas has it. Finds Huddy. He's got Dottie over here to his right. He gets hawked. Boys gain the zone. Go for a 3-player change here. This puck's still around. Boys intercept. There goes Bastine. Toe drags. Oh. And Jake was taking on the world there as the boys complete their change. 1-on-4 the other way. Another player from Madison hops off the bench and joins the rush. But Mendy has it, though. He's going to chip it off the boards. Madison's going to go D to D. Dump it deep. Sherm checks his 6. He's got Mendy on the high side. Boys battling on the high boards here. Catcher's down there as well. Coops boxing out in front of the net. Just like that, the horn sounds, and we will be back after 60 seconds for the second period. Horn sounds the beginning of the second period. We're going to have DOG on defense. Huddy out there with Bastine and Jack Mendelson. Huddy wins the draw. Jack comes in and cleans up, takes it, hits the red, and tries to dump it deep. Madison. I don't understand what happened. Gate opened. Dangerous play. Gate opened, and the entire Madison bench started banging sticks. I don't know. Get it. We're going to redo the faceoff at center ice. 15:52. Boys still maintain possession. Briggsy has it, chips it up the boards. Huddy and Bastine kind of activate. Another chip by Madison into open ice. Turns it back over to Sherm. Sherm gives up to Huddy. Huddy tries to find Bastine. Finds Mendy 2-on-1. Coming the other way. Mendy toe drags on his backhand. Slips it in front. Madison's goalie with the save. 5:29 in the second period. Boys are out shooting the Caps 11-9. Another offensive draw here. Same 5 will remain. Mendy in front of the net. Bastine on the high boards. Sherman in center field. Shot from the point. Briggsy saved goalie. Puck coming through the middle. Boys trying to force a turnover, forcing Madison to regroup. They do come through the zone here, through center ice. Finds their forward. They hold up. Sherm's going to step, pinch his kid, and boys get it back down. That's going to go too far for an ice at 15:07 remaining in the second period. We're going to have a defensive draw here, so we're going to switch up 5. Catcher's line is now out there. It's got Haas and Dottie with him. And we have the Rockstar line, Nikki and Christie on defense. Nikki's along the boards. Christie's in the 6. Wingers in front of Shieldsy. Catch ties up his guy, but opportunity. Blocker save. Blocker save by Shieldsy. I think Christie got dumped in front, and that's going to be a cross-check. Your Colorado Rampage on the power play. Bum, 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 bum. Feels like you need some music in here. It's a little quiet. Unfortunately, then you guys just have to hear me. Snag a picture of the moms cheering in the corner. Huddy laying there with Bastine. Mendy at the point. Cross body over to Cooper Briggs. Shot. Goalie save. Madison just slaps it around. Gets all the way out. All the way down for another ice. 1:12 remaining on the on the power play. 14:41 in the second period. Boys are down by 1. Looking for that equalizer. You're going to have the same 5 out there. It's going to be Hudson Lay with Cooper Briggs and Bastine on offense. Mendy in defense at the center field with Nicky on the blue. Puck back goes to Nicky. He's going to chip it up the boards. Coop's going to let it go. Puck weakly goes all the way around. Mendy has it. Tries to slip it down over to Huddy. Huddy drops it for Mendy. Mendy walks it back over to Bastine. Find Mendy. Mendy's there. Bastine over to Mendy. Oh, tries to find Coop on the back door. Saucing pass. Coop doesn't get all of it, though, but boys intercept back over to Nicky. Over to Bastine. Boys set up in an umbrella formation here. Back down to Coop. Coop drops it back over to Bastine behind the net. Back over into a corner. Hudson's there. Hudson fights off of a kid. Hudson still with possession. Walks into the house. Shot. Goalie save. Puck goes high to Mendy. Back down to Coop. Swings it back down to Huddy. Huddy back over to Coop. Coop tries to find Huddy in the house. Puck chips up the boards and out. Dangerous opportunity here as Nicky comes back hustling. And that's the end of the power play. Boys had a lot of good opportunities, and here's another one. Hudson coming through with Bastine. Hudson holds it. Cross-body shot from Nicky. Just goes wide. Puck battling in the corner here. Christie's out there, forced to step. Madison, though, they find their outlet guy. Come in onside. Tries to get around Nicky. Backhanded pass. Can't get around everybody. Oh, baseball fever there from Dottie to knock it out of the air. Boys do maintain. Nicky tries to find Hostler. Opportunity here for the Caps. Oh, can't get by Nicky. Nicky has it. It's going to backhand it up the wall over to Catcher. Catcher's going to slow it down. Cross pass over to Dottie. Dottie tips. Finds Hostler. 59 coming in. One-on-one. Shot. It's on the outside. Puck on the high side, though. Catcher's going to step. Absorbs a hit. Oh, my gosh. Player jumped on the high hit, though. Opportunity for Markey. Shot from the point. Catcher's there. Oh. Little. Oh. I think Catcher took some numbers there. His eyes got big. 12-19 in the second period. I mean, wasn't a fan of the hit that he received myself, but we are going to go on the penalty kill here. You got Bastine in there with Markey at center. Nikki and Christie on defense. Christie is on the high, near the high boards. Nikki is in the corner in the 6. Markey steps into his office, wins the draw. Goes back over to Shieldsy. Madison grabs the rebound on the backhand and scores. And line 12-14 in the second period. 5 seconds into the penalty kill, Caps go up 2-0. Huddy steps in, though. He's got Mendy down low, Bastine up high. Madison maintains possession. They go in their own zone, D to D. Mendy's going to F1, forcing the pass. Madison tips it forward right to Nikki. Nikki's going to float it up, does get it out. That's, oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. But Madison's going to shoot, keeps it in, tries that at the point. Boys forced the turnover opportunity here. Christie has it, tries to backhand it up in the front. Christie comes in, drops it for Mendy. Mendy cross. Oh, jeez. Thank you. Oh, center ice pass over to Nikki. Nikki just takes a shot straight to the head or upper body. He comes back to the bench. Got Mendy out there now. He's going to be in there for Nikki. Christie is now in center field. Huddy stepping in. Bastine down low. I think Cooper Briggs is going to be in front of the net. So they're figuring it out on the clock here. Catcher's number still out there, but that's already over. We are on the power play for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Boys win the draw. Mendy has it. He's going to walk the blue. Drop it over to Bastine. Bastine down low over to Huddy. Huddy doesn't have anybody at the point. Slings it back down below the goal line. Coop checks his 6, eats a hit. Madison tries to get it out, finds Cristiano. Shot, save goalie. Puck's still there. Opportunity. Coop chases the player down, forces turnover to Bastine. Bastine, nice job just keeping his balance. Stays on his feet, battling in the corner. Madison tries to flip it out. Oh, man. Mendelson, almost with a baseball catch off of his stick. Now covering back on defense. He regroups it, gives it over to Cooper Briggs. Cooper Briggs coming in one-on-one. It's stick-ticked. Has it on the low side boards there. Loses an edge. Madison just throws it into an open field. 30 seconds now remaining in the power play. Loose puck. Passing over to Dottie. Oh, they almost tried to find a home run pass here. Shieldsy is just going to hop on it. Boys are still going to have a power play, but a defensive face-off with 21 seconds remaining. Shots are still in Rampage's favor, 14-13. They're going to have to go 200 feet here to get something going in 20 seconds. We need one more. Oh, there we go. Sherm's coming out. So we got Nikki and Sherm on defense here. Madison has a player in the short 6-hole. Quick shot from the point, though. Goes in front of the net. Haas has it. Chips it up the boards. Opportunity. Foot race for Dotson. He checks his 6. That was an icing call. 7 seconds now remaining. 10-17 in the second period. Boys down by 2. Same 5 out there, though. Haas and Dottie now inside the house in front of Shieldsy. Boys swing it around. Madison keeps it in. Dumps it back deep again. That's the end of the power play. Puck now behind the net. Puck goes, still back behind the net. Hostler is there now as well. Battling. Here goes catcher. Oh, no, puck goes back behind the net. Madison still has it. Tries to slip it in front. Catcher has it. Oh, he's getting hooked. He gets back up, though. He has the player's stick. Puck is still with Madison. They're trying to slip it in front, inside the crease. A shot, and they find 3 with 9:43 remaining in the second period. I have a goalie change here. Logue comes in halfway through the game. You have Huddy in there battling with Bastine, and Mendy drops it for Huddy. Huddy comes in, high circle, tries to get around a player. It's sandwiched. Madison through the other zone, drops in. They are onside. Tries to find backdoor, can't get around Coop Briggs. Briggs finds Bastine. Bastine turns on the Jets, pushes it to himself, eats off of the hit. He's got Hostler with him. He's got Mendy with him. Shot. Ooh, just on the outside. Loose puck on the backside. Swings all the way around to the high boards. Bastine's going to step. Markey's covering behind. Madison finds the breakaway. First shot that Logan sees, unfortunately, finds the back of the net at 9:06 in the second period. Caps are up by 4. It's a tough position to come into on a breakaway for the first shot. But that's at this level, right? Hard work at any time here. We have catcher in there. Haas on the high side, Dottie on the low side. Saved by Logan. Haas gets it and dumps it deep. That's going to be for an icing at 8:45 in the second period. .845 in the second period. Caps are now out shooting 16-14 shot from the point. Hits bodies in front. Dottie has it on his backhand. Tries to find catcher. Madison regroups. Dumps it back in. Cristiano has it. Backhands it over to Hostler. Madison with an opportunity. Logan's going to jump on it. Ref with a soft whistle. We're going to have a face-off in the defensive zone. Huddy steps in. Wingers are in front of the net. Huddy wins the draw back to Coop. Slings it all the way around to Bastine. Bastine chips and gets it out. No icing. Foot race ensues. Hudson coming in. Madison drops it to their defenseman up along the boards. Mendy, though, comes in, steals it, tries to give it back over to Coop. Madison comes away with it. Coop with a stick tick, battling in the corner. A loose puck almost finds Huddy. Bastine in there battling as well. Madison, though, steps in, sidesteps Mendy's shot, saved by Logan. Puck behind the net. They try to slip it in there. Logan with a big body save. Madison player below the goal line with a behind the back pass finds their player in the honey hole, point blank, and Logan eats it in his chest. Shot from the point, tipped in front, goes nowhere. Another shot, save again by Logan. Dodson with an opportunity, gets it up over to Catcher. Catcher with a cross-ice pass. Boys going for a change here. Puck goes back to Sherman. Sherman has it, slips up the boards. Madison comes away with it, tries to find the backdoor pass. Madison still regroups behind the net. They slip it behind the net too. Hostler watching on. Madison comes through, back down low, goes behind the net again. Sherm bumps his kid. Haas slings it up the boards. Madison keeps it in. Shot from the point, still on the backside. Red still has it. Gives it over to Markey. Markey chips it up the boards. Capitals regroup. Markey's in there. Pushes his kid. Forces the turnover. Haas tries to get it out. Madison keeps it in. Try to find a little pass through the middle. Nice save by Catcher. Catcher gives it over. Turnover. Dodson has it. He goes to the outside. Boys coming off sides. 6:51 in the second period. Caps are out shooting Rampage 19-14. Boys find themselves down by 4, but now we have a face-off in the offensive side of center ice. Markey comes in playing defense. Madison chips it. Boys come away with it. Nicky's going to grab it and just dump it deep. No icing as boys go to work. Mendy's in there. Puck bouncing around, goes all the way too far for everybody at 6:35 for an ice. Madison comes away with it, flips it up the boards. Markey battling in the corner here. Tries to get over to, is that Nicky? Madison, low side. Nicky tries to force the turnover and does. Huddy Lay grabs it, gives it to Markey. Back to Huddy. Madison comes away with it. They go low to high. Shot from the point. Hits bodies in front. Nicky has it. Flips it up the boards. Opportunity here. Fortuitous bounce. Mendy has it. It's his pocket pick. Madison just gives it back over to their own player. They've tried to find their stretch pass and does. They come in slowly. 2-on-2. 2-on-3. Shot off of Logan's glove and into the net at 5:40 in the second period. Boys find themselves down by 5. Madison wins the draw here. Madison with the short-handed goal there. Boys find themselves down by a bit. 3:54 remaining in the second period. You got catcher Conrad in there. Dottie down low. Haas up high. Puck bouncing around in the center field. Madison regroups. They go D to D. Tries to bring it through the middle. Puck still bouncing. Boys come away with it. Dodson goes back to his D to Sherm. Sherm up the boards. Tries to find catcher and does. Number 16 coming into the zone. Passes across. Loose puck. Madison chips up the boards. Finds Cooper Briggs. 5-on-5 hockey resumes. Puck goes the other way. Tries to find a cross-ice pass. Madison comes in 3-on-3. Oh, tries to find the back door, but doesn't. Haas grabs it and just chunks it down. 3:04 remaining in the second period. Icing is the call. Hey, we got Markey in there with Huddy, and Jake is in there now. We got Christie and Nikki on defense. Jake is going to be in front of the net. Jake Lou is going to be in front of the net. At Markey, backside. Huddy wins the draw back to Nikki. Nikki chips it all the way around the boards. I don't know what happened. Outside. Oh, knocked off the pegs got knocked off the moorings here, I think, by Madison. So we're going to have a face-off in front of the Madison bench at 2:59 in the second period. Madison comes away with it, comes into the zone, shot, nice save by Christie. Loose puck still. Christie goes back behind the net. He's going to pin his kid there as Hudson comes in. Tries to kick it. He does from skate to stick. He's got Markey and Jacob with him. He's got Jacob in front. Jacob comes into the zone, holds up at the blue, slides it over to Huddy. Shot. Oh, outside. I think it hit the post or maybe the paddle. Madison regroups, tries to find an outlet pass, finds nobody. And that's going to be an icing with 2:26 remaining in the second period. Got catcher in there. Mendy's going to set up in front of the net. High side, I think it's Bastine. Puck goes over to Bastine. Bastine goes a little high to Nikki. Nikki holds shot. Tipped in front. Goes just wide. Puck down low. Madison comes away with it. They find their lead player at the red. Comes in onside. Far shot. Save Logan. Boys grab the rebound. Chip it on the high boards. Bastine's going to F1 and pressure. Player scissors through the middle. Dumps it deep. Puck goes behind the net. Goes low to high over to Jack. Madison still has it. Tries to slip it in front. Boys come away with it. Chips it in the high side corner here. Madison keeps it in. Madison maintains possession here. Puck goes behind the net. Nikki grabs it, slings it all the way around. Puck goes out. Madison double backs, tries to come through, meets catcher Conrad. Hard sweep by Christie, gets it, slings it all the way on the high side boards. Not going to be an icing. Doesn't go too far enough. 1:20 remaining in the second period. Puck goes. Madison comes down low in the low side hallway here. Comes in, shot up and over. Puck goes behind the net. Madison tries to get it, but gets their pocket picked by Cooper Briggs. Number 2 with a rainbow pass, tries to find Huddy. Nice job, Hudson. Chases down. Madison tries to do a rainbow pass. Player gloves it. Finds their guy off the bench. He goes behind the net. 45 seconds now remaining in the second period. Tries to find the outlet pass and does. Hudson Lay has an opportunity. He's coming through. It's ticked on the outside. Hudson drops it for Haas. Haas cross ice. Puck bounces out and back in. Boys are delayed offsides here. Madison has an opportunity. Open space. Shot is wide. 20 seconds now remaining as Madison keeps it in. Sends it all the way around to Huddy. Huddy chips it up the boards. Madison keeps it in. Shot from the point goes wide. Less than 6 seconds now in the second period. Huddy grabs it, chips it up the boards, stays in again. Back to Huddy, back out. And just like that, we'll be back after 60 seconds for the last period of the game. Onside shot by Cooper Briggs. Goes up and over. Boys keep it in. Madison grabs it, finds their outlet guy. Here comes Madison, 2-on-2. Cross back door. Misses. Puck stays in. Shot from the point, tipped. Logan's going to hop on it now with 15:35 remaining in the third period. Or the scoreboard, it still says 2. We are in the third now. Boys are down a touchdown and no field goal, or no extra point. Saved by Logan from the point. Huddy, though, maintains possession, comes the other way. He's got, gets it in. Madison tries to find their outlet guy. Madison has it, drops it for their second trailer. Shot saved, Logan. Back door. It's in the net. 15-18. Madison's up by 7. Madison goes D-to-D up to their lead winger. 3-on-3 the other way. Madison finds the inside guy. Shot. Logan with the save. Is it in his gear? Oh, yeah, there it is, near the post. Keeps it out. 15:03 now remaining in the game. We have a face-off down here on his left-hand side. Madison shot. Person in front. Logan hops on it as well. Some players renting space for free. 14:57 in the third period. Getting outshot 31-15 now. Puck goes low to high. Contested shot. Madison regroups it. Steps in. Catcher. Oh, he's there. He's going to steal it. Gives up over to Dottie. Dottie holds up. Capitals come away with it. Nice job by Hosser trying to impose some physicality. Boys chip it up. Caps come the other way. Haas hits another kid as well. Madison tries to slip it in the front. Christie's there. Boys touch it, and Haas is going to the bench. Or, excuse me, to the box. Madison with the win and quick shot. Logan with a big save at 14:20 now remaining in the third period. 1:27 on the PK. Again, same setup. Logan with a big glove paw. Yeah, Bastine in there with Mindy on forward. High side along the wall, you have Sherm. Sixth spot, you have Cooper Briggs. Another shot hits the outside of the net. Boys double back behind our own goal line. Coop's going to chip up the boards and out. Slow roller makes it across the line for another icing at 14:04 in the third. .111 in the PK. Madison wins the draw. They go D to D, holds it, tries to find the cross ice. Mendy with the steal. Both players are going to go to the box. Just a little extracurricular in front of the net. Oh, no, not both? I thought ref said both players. Sherm's getting called for roughing here. I mean, like I said, they were holding up real estate in front of our net, and I'm sure Sherm was just trying to make sure that kid paid rent. But 13:56 down the third. We have 1:03 on the 5-on-3, and then 27 seconds on a 5-on-4. Boys win the draw, chip it up the boards. Madison keeps it in, goes D to D, shot hits the outside of the net. Madison still maintains, goes behind the net. Boys come away with it. Mendy slips it up the boards and out. Capitals still maintain possession as they find their front man here. Tried to crack through the Rampage blue line. Audie, though, boys set up in a triangle. Madison goes below the goal line, backhands the low side wall, holds. Player skates down to the high side D, drops it to the low side D. Back down below the goal line. Boom, here comes Cooper Briggs. That was a mistake. That kid wanted the puck, and now he's got Cooper Briggs on him. Puck kicking around, Coop just boxing that kid into the boards. Huddy comes in. Coop's still there, killing more time. 3 seconds now. The 5-on-3. Haas is out. 5-on-4. Puck goes out. Madison does a cross-ice pass for delayed offsides. Not an icing. That was weird, but hey, whatever. Let's see. Huddy grabs it, throws it all the way around. Madison does keep it in. Cross-ice over to D. Shot. Player looks at his stick like it's his fault. Haas grabs it, chips it up the boards, tries to find Huddy. Huddy has it. Boys touch up on the blue. Refs call an offsides. Boys kill off a beautiful 5-on-3 with 2 seconds now remaining on the 5-on-4 at 12:28 in the third period. Boys win the draw. Dottie dumps it deep. End of the PK. Sherm is back out. Puck tipped by Madison goes all the way into the back of the zone. Cristiano Nicky are out there on defense. Markey on the wing with Dottie and Catcher. Madison goes high side D. Pass down low behind the net. Boys peppering in the corner. Nice job by Nicky just to steal it from him. Larceny tries to get it out. What a save by the Madison player to just catch that puck out of the air. Markey in there, or is it Dottie in there pushing his kid around. Madison comes away with it, goes cross-ice pass, shot, body block by Christie. Slings it all the way around again, stays in. Madison backhands it down low along the hallway. Again, player lets it go all the way below the goal line. Nikki looks on. Madison stops. Oh, loose puck still around. Madison just grabs it and just dumps it deep. Nikki has it. Just going to sling it up the boards. Oh, weird bounce. Keeps in. Madison still has it. They get a change in. Nikki grabs it and just says, enough of that. I'm just going to dump it all the way down. 11:07, excuse me, for the ice. We're going to switch up. Huddy's now in there with Jacob Liu and Austin Marquardt, Briggsy, and Sherman. Nope, just kidding. You got Mendelson and Bastine coming in. Good for Jake to stretch his legs a bit. Huddy wins the draw. Back over to Coop. Coop slings it all the way around, down to the low side boards here. Boys do get it out. Mendy has it, flips it over to Huddy. Huddy comes in, toe drags. Madison takes it the other way. 2-on-1. Oh, way off sides. Ref says we're good. I don't know anymore. My eyeballs are so bad. Puck bouncing around. Boys battling in the corner. Trading Pokemon cards here. Come on, let's go. There you go. Good job. Boys move the puck around. Rampage comes away with it. Sherm along the boards over to Mendy. Mendy tries to drop it for Cooper. Cooper tries to steal it back. Bastine finds it. Bastine sidesteps. Capitals regroup. Boys in there, imposing their physicality. Madison goes D to D with 10-10 now remaining in the third period. Chipped so far. Boys chip it up the boards. Madison is delayed off sides here. Dottie surveys the field. Gets it over to Cooper Briggs. Cooper has it, slips it up the boards, tries to find Huddy. Capitals come away with it. Rampage steals it right back. Nice job by Dottie, giving it over to Bastine. Bastine has it, is in the house. Surrounded by red. Madison comes away with it. Cristiano and Sherman are out there. Cristiano prevents the pass through the middle. Logan with the big save. Boys grab it, can't get it out. Shot from the point. Logan forced to make another blocker save. Puck now on the high side. They come in, Capitals, toe drags. Nicky, he uses his physicality to take out his guy. Shot, Logan with the save. Nicky grabs it, slings it all the way around. Caps keep it in. 9:06 remaining. Puck down high side boards here. Player tries to go through the middle. Nice job. Dottie holds it up, leaves it for Catcher. Here goes Hostler. Hostler's with Catcher here. Hostler on the high boards. He holds up. He still has it. Caps try to get it out. Delayed off sides. We touch up. What? All right. We are onside now. Caps have it. Get it out. Puck goes deep. Cristiano has it. Flips it up on the high side. Haas furthers it out. Caps come in now. Have it. Boys do maintain possession. Markey has the puck. Slips it into the hole over to Catcher. Boys are on. Catcher. Shot. Goalie with the big save. Pokes it into the corner. Puck down low. Oh, Markey takes a high shot with the puck nowhere around. Boys still have the advantage here. Puck down low. Jacob Liu is now out there battling in a corner against two red. Who's helping him? There you go. Catcher comes away with it. Tries to find Nicky. Mendy off the bench. He's going to go and battle. Madison goes low to high. Bastine's in there. He's going to keep it in. Mendy's down deep at 7:22. Madison just grabs it. dumps it deep for the icing at 7:03 in the third period. Win by Huddy. Shot, double tipped in front, goes wide. Puck swings back down low. Coop has to back up as Madison tries to sneak one past him. Goes too far for everybody for the ice. And we're going to redo it again at 6:51 now in the third. Then he comes in and bumps as Madison comes into the zone. Huddy forces the pass. Madison still has it below the goal line. Sherm hits his kid. Puck swings all the way around. Finds Jack, number 10, with some space. Oh, Bastien, mother. Bastien comes in. 17 holds it, drops it for Coop. Coop tries to find Mendy on the backside. Sorry, Jason. One day I'll be able to read the number 17. A slow roller offsides by Madison here. We're gonna have a face-off outside of the blue at 6:10 in the third period. Catcher Conrad's out there with Austin Marquardt and Jacob Blue. Sherman and Briggsy back on defense. Boys pop in the corner, slips it up the boards. Jacob gets it out over to Catcher. Catcher chips it into open space for himself. Gets held up a bit, but he is onside. Drops it below. Jacob in there battling as well. Puck sneaks out. Here goes Madison, though. Through the neutral zone, coming in. Shot saved by Logan. Boys win the draw, goes back behind. Caps try to maintain. They flip it, does stay in, hits Nicky in front. Cristiano gets it up over to Catcher. Catcher comes into the zone, high circle, shot, glove save. At 5:33 in the third period. We're going to have another whistle. Face off down low. Caps kind of walk it into the neutral zone here. Haas has possession. Goes back to Christie. Christie tries to find Huddy through the middle. Caps come away with it. It's one-on-one shot. Oh, man. If Nicky hasn't done everything, he keeps doing it again. He eats one off the ankle. Puck goes through the middle. Mr. 34 has some space, comes in, passes in the corner. Boys touch up, delayed offsides, 4:52 in the third period. Hard work right now for the boys in blue at 4:52. Got Bastien down low on the boards. Got Mendy as a winger. The ref's kind of in the way, but Catcher comes away with it. Catcher's going to dump it deep. Mendy's going to go to work. Bastien is there as well behind the boards. Boys battle. Madison comes away with it through the neutral zone. They find their lead guy on his heels. He's forced to hold up. He's just going to dump it deep at 4:30. Nicky's back there. He's going to drop it for Christie. Puck's still behind the net. Madison comes away with it. They try to find a back door. Oh, Logan with the save. Great job, Logan. Backdoor wide open. A little quick tipperoo. I think it hits the post, and Logan squeezes that puck to keep it out. Catcher wins the draw. Madison comes away with it. High side shot. Makes it all the way through, but hits the backside. Opportunity for Rampage here. 3-on-1. Catcher comes in. Drops it for Steen. Shot contested. Quick transition here. Madison comes in 2-on-2. Goes into the boards. Boys steal it right back. Jake Bastien has it. Drops it over to Sherm. Sherm off the boards over to Catcher. Madison tips it. Finds their lead forward. They're way off sides. There we go. 3:34 in the third period. Huddy's in there with Jacob and Austin Marquardt. Cooper Briggs, though, comes away with it. Loose puck as Madison comes in, tries to do a backhand pass through the air to nobody. 4-on-3 coming the other way. Tipped in the middle. Jacob goes to work. Jacob boxes out his kid. Tries to leave it for Markey. Markey's there. Tries to slip it up the boards. They come the other way. Sherman has it. Sherman gives it up over to Huddy. Huddy tries to find Jacob through the middle. Capitals come through. Shot. Glove side. Puck bouncing around. Madison has it. Slips it all the way far. 2-on-2 the other way. Madison shot around a body. Logan with a big mitt grab. And we're at run clock now with an 8-goal deficit. Catches line is in there. Wins it over to Cristiano. Madison tries to grab the loose puck. Go low to high. Cross body into the corner. Shot from the point, keeps it in. Haas tips it out over to Dottie with some open space. Madison comes in. Pass on the back door. He catches it. Logan saves it. Oh, Haas takes out two quickly. .140 and counting in the third period. Got Huddy in there with Mendy and Bastien. Boys maintain possession behind the net here. Huddy sends it all the way around. Bastien has it at the blue. Tries to find Mendy and Coop. Coop finds Huddy. Huddy comes through. On his backhand, he's got a couple players on him. Up the boards. Slips it just far enough. Less than 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in the game. Sherm tries to go quickly up the wall. Boys tries to find a quick breakout. Madison maintains possession. They're on their backhand. Huddy with the back check. Madison still has it. Cooper Briggs there. Chips it up the boards over to Bastien. Bastien leaves it for Cooper Briggs. Cooper Briggs coming in 3-on-1. Oh, shot saved by the goalie. Got 30 seconds now. 30 seconds in counting. The boys are down by a few. You got catcher Conrad in there with Jacob Lou and Austin Marquardt. Got the DOD on defense. Puck battling down low in the boards. Puck slips through the middle. Weak pass over to Sherm, though. Sherm has it, chips it up the boards. Madison does keep it in. Oh, just offsides. Jacob loses an edge. And that is the end of the game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and supporting the boys through the entire season. Brad and I really appreciate you guys. Always the kind words and always the positivity. It's been a fun 2025-26 for the boys, and Rampage 13-0. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful time, wonderful day, and tell your mom you love them, and be nice to everybody.